Aloha and Namaste. Welcome to an in-house retreat, part 2 to our seated yoga practice. This will be a more advanced flow. Please ensure that you have warmed up or completed the seated yoga video prior to going through this flow. We'll start our way down on our yoga mat, starting with a big deep breath and checking in with the body, ensuring that this is the right practice for you. Holding boat pose here for 2 deep breaths, engaging our core, and on our exhale, hugging the knees in towards the belly. We'll do this a few times, reaching up, and then exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Continue this breath, engaging the core, bringing some fire into the body. We'll go back to holding that boat pose for a breath, and then finding our way to a tabletop position, seeing if you can swoop the legs behind you without using the hands. Then planting your hands firmly on the earth, finding our cat and our cow pose with our breath. Please remember, this is an intermediate to advanced level flow. I'll be giving a little less cues here, just allowing yourself that extra space for your practice, but guiding you through some fun tricks and tips. After you've completed a few rounds of your cat-cow, we'll try to swoop the legs back for another hold in our boat pose, engaging that belly, and then driving those legs back behind us one last time. Maybe finding a gentle cat and cow here. And then we'll start to sway the hips, letting the sides of the body drip down to each side of your yoga mat. From there, we'll find our way into our first downward facing dog of this practice. Remembering your heels do not have to touch the earth, but remember to relax the head, relax your face, your eyes and your lips. We'll take another deep breath here in Adho Mukha Savasana. On your next breath, we'll drive the right leg up and into the sky, bending at the knee and opening the hips here, drawing the heel towards your opposite glute. Notice the stretch you feel, and then we'll draw that left leg forward, bringing the knee in between the hands. Lift it back up towards the sky, open those hips, exhale, draw it through. We'll do that once more. Inhale, 3-legged dog, bend your knee, open the hips, and then draw that leg through. Engaging the core, hold for a breath. And then see if you can draw that right knee outside of the right elbow, back into center, and back out to that right elbow. Doing this a few times at your own pace. Try to keep that plank hold as you engage the belly, the glutes. Good. How's your breath? Keep going. We'll press back into that 3-legged dog, lower the leg down, and switch to the other side. Right leg rises. Open the hips as the heel drops towards the opposite glute, knee to the sky. Straightening the hips back into center as you draw that knee in towards your core. Continue this, lift up, 3-legged dog. The knee bends, the hips open, and the knee comes through for that core engagement. Continue this once or even twice more if you can. Lower the leg to hover over the earth. Reach it towards the sky and open the hips. And on that last time, bringing that knee through, go ahead and draw the knee out to the outside elbow and then in towards your core. Engaging the belly, getting those hips, the obliques. Continue your breath. Knee to chest, knee to elbow. Knee to chest, knee to elbow. Lifting back up into your 3-legged dog. And then we'll meet in downward dog. From here, finding your way to dolphin pose, coming down to the forearms. Maybe the heels have an easier time reaching towards the earth. And then we'll shift forward into our forearm plank, otherwise known as dolphin push-ups. Continue your breath. Remember, this is an advanced class, so take it as you can. Breathe as you shift forward. Exhale, head between the hands. Good. How's your breath? Keep going a few more times. Beautiful. From here, if it's in your practice to complete a headstand, we'll begin to tiptoe the feet forward. Coming to the forearms, if this version of headstand is available to you, remember, please take this practice at your own level. If it's available to rise the legs up to the sky, try to do it with control, using that strong core that we've built, toes to the sky. Holding strong. Remember to use the hands, the forearms into the earth. And then we'll slowly drop the legs back and down, and we'll all meet in either a gentle cobra or upward facing dog. Go ahead and gently look over your right and your left shoulder, taking a full cycle of breath to each side. Stretching your neck here, and then gently pressing yourself back into a child's pose. Adding a little movement here, we'll just shift our weight from child's pose into tabletop. And then go ahead and hop those feet forward for our advanced practice, coming into our crow pose balance. Allowing the knees to rest on your triceps. Doing what you can to keep that breath steadily flowing. And if it's available and in your practice, maybe you're able to extend one leg long behind you. If that's not in your practice, no worries. We'll lower our way down and find your way into a twisted lunge. Take a few breaths here, opening the top arm if you'd like. From here, for those advanced practitioners, maybe you can shift the weight coming into another forearm balance. And then find your way back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal those feet out. We'll jump back into our crow pose, holding strong for a moment. And then on your exhale, seeing if you can drive one leg back. This side's a little harder for myself. So just know we listen to our bodies, we go with the flow. Opposite hand will then drive up to the sky, coming into that twisted lunge when you're ready. Soften your face, continue your breath. We'll then lower the hands down, and if you want to try that forearm balance on this side, allowing the inner thigh to rest on the arm as the opposite leg extends back. And then we'll meet in our downward facing dog. From there, go ahead and shift your knees down to the earth. And let's take a break in our child's pose. Try adjusting your hands to reach behind you versus in front. Take an extra deep breath here. Resetting our practice, regaining that energy and strength that you do have. And then once you're ready, go ahead and slowly press yourself up, finding your way to come to the tops of your knees. And we'll start moving through a modified camel position, just stretching the front of the hips forward. Elbows come back behind you. If you know camel pose, you know where we're going. I like to support myself as I begin this practice. Reaching the front of the hips forward, dropping the head back if it's available. Allowing that throat chakra to open, release. Taking this nice and slow, coming out of it if you need a break. or staying with the head back. Maybe even taking it a step further and reaching back for one ankle. Very big heart opener here. So great job if you've decided to take the reach. We'll float back up to center and then go for the other side. Reach for that opposite ankle. How's your breath? When you're ready, float back up. Roll the shoulders a little if you need to. And if full camel is in your practice, working on those back bends, reach for those heels, both hands down, opening the throat, the heart, letting that blood flow change here for a moment. And when you're ready to come out, slowly support yourself, walking the hands back up the body, and then come down to a kneeling position, adding a gentle round of the spine. Maybe even a few seated cat-cows here. A gentle roll of the neck. And then we'll bring our arms into eagle arms. So wrapping one arm over the other, keep those elbows in the midline of the body, and breathe. Open and extend the arms and go ahead and switch to the other side. Eagle arms, elbows crossing over one another, hands at your third eye space. And go ahead and unwind that, drawing the arms up to the sky and then meeting back in a nice forward fold and making our way up to a standing position. Make any adjustments you might need to. And then we'll reach